Hello, it's Alistair, professional software developer of plus 15 years, I think it's 20, I don't know. And in this episode, we're going to do a little bit of reading using Entity Framework. So, again, this would have been easier if I had been smart and set up a console application, but I didn't. I decided to do a web API, so here we are. So let's just quickly do endpoint reading some data. And let's say a list of movies is what we want. And let's call it read. Cool. So really basic. We have our context, and we get that with the dependency injection. You can go back and watch episode 3, where I talk a little bit more about that, but it's basically what we set up in program. So we have it here. Boom. So we have our lovely context. Great. So in read, everything is running a bit slow. We're going to fetch all our data and return it. Let's start with that, because it's really easy. So we will just go return. We have our demo context, and we have our movies, and we're going to return that as a list. There we go. And let's run that and see what happens.
One eternity later.
And here we go. That took some sweet time. Anywho, again, using Swagger, which just kind of comes pre-installed when you create an empty web API project. That's kind of clever. We can try out our new endpoint. Let's execute. And there we go. So the response is all 3 movies. That's really easy, right? Anywho, let's go back in and do some stuff. So instead of returning the movies, well, it's basic LINQ, right? Let's do movies to return. So you can do everything here that you would do with LINQ. So we can do where ID is bigger than 1. And if we run that, oh, nope, that won't do anything. Because we're not returning it. Well done. And let's try it out. We'll execute it. And now ID is 1 is not in the result set. So it is basic lambda that we are going to use here. So you have the where, select, all that good stuff. Instead of where to exclude number 1, we could do skip. Oh, there we go. Skip 1, and we get the same result. So querying with Entity Framework is just basic lambda. So you can do your group by, your joins, all that good stuff. You just do it from demo context. So just like if you created a list yourself, this is what you get. As long as you have the DB set in your context file. And that's what these lovely guys do for you. Quite clever, right? So a short episode, but there really isn't much to it. Querying against the database is, well, it's also basically what we, like the same thing we did for getting an actor to edit. Is we did a query where single or default. We changed the name, and we saved our changes, and that's all good. So, yeah, there is of course we can talk about efficiency and memory usage and stuff like that, but I will save that for a later episode. So, this was really short and sweet about curing. Am I pronouncing that right?